So today, in the build up to Christmas, I want to talk to you guys about whether you should ever get a puppy or a dog as a Christmas present. Should you ever give one as a Christmas gift? And if you do decide that that's what you want to give someone in your life, then I'll give you a few tips to think about as well. Hi, I'm Dr. Alex from Our Pets Health, helping you and your pet to live a healthier, happier life. And if you've paid any attention to the media and advertising over quite a long period of time, you'll have maybe heard the slogan, "A puppy is for life, not for Christmas," or "Don't shop, adopt," or something along those lines. And there's a number of reasons for that. Unfortunately, the tragic case with a lot of puppies or dogs who are given as Christmas presents is that they end up in shelters, or they end up at rescue centres, or even they end up being euthanized because of problems that they develop as a result of being given to someone who actually didn't really want a puppy or a dog in their life. And the same goes for kittens. Now, in the northern hemisphere, there's not really going to be any kittens around, but certainly in the southern hemisphere where I am, we're right in the middle of kitten season, and there are kittens everywhere. And it'd definitely be tempting to give a cute little kitten to somebody as a gift, but the same advice goes and the same thoughts go along with that as with puppies. So I think last year it was, I saw a report of someone giving up their puppy on Boxing Day. So that was the very next day after giving it. And there's a number of reasons why we definitely shouldn't be giving puppies as a surprise present especially. So it might be that your friend or your family member has expressed a desire to have a puppy. They go all gooey over a puppy when they walk past one on the street, and you think, oh, that'd be a great idea, they'd love it. But actually the reality of having a dog is very different, and it might be that person, they love the idea of having a puppy, but actually if they sat down and or maybe they have sat down and they know that actually they're not able to commit to the time it takes to look after a puppy or a dog in the first place. They're not going to be able to take it out for walks, they're not going to be able to spend the time and play with it. They're going to, they don't have a lifestyle, they don't live in a building, they've got a tiny flat or something like that, and they just couldn't cope with the needs of a dog. So maybe that there's actually very good reasons why they haven't got one already, and you giving one is just going to put them in a really difficult situation. And we need to be mindful of the fact that our dogs are living longer and longer. So it's not unusual for a small dog to get to 16 years old. Even a big dog, they don't live so long, but 12, 13, 14 years, that's still a massive, significant relationship in a person's life. And it should be one that people go into with open eyes and have the ability to choose themselves rather than have that kind of, that responsibility thrust upon them. So, definitely think of that. So I would never recommend giving a puppy or a kitten as a surprise present at any time of year. Certainly not at Christmas, when it seems that it still does happen a lot. Now, if you do decide that you want to give a dog as a present, it should be a joint decision. So it shouldn't be a surprise. It should be something that the person who you're giving it to is expecting, that they really want one, that they're going along with that. And there are a number of things to think about. So where do you get a puppy from? A pet shop is an obvious one. Now, thankfully, in some parts of the world, pet shops aren't actually allowed to sell puppies anymore, and there are very good reasons for that. If you're not in one of those parts of the world and you do see puppies in pet shops, then I've got a video that I'll link up here all about whether you should get a puppy from a pet shop. The bottom line is don't, because you're effectively supporting puppy mills or puppy farms. And then the next thing you need to think about is choosing the right breed of dog and the right type of dog for the lifestyle that you want to live. And again, I've got another video all about kind of choosing the right dog for your family. So we need to think about size, we need to think about activity levels, and actually activity levels are really key. We need to think about the lifestyle that you're going to be able to give them. And you want to choose a breed that is ideal for your situation. So you don't want to just choose one based on looks, you want to choose one based on all kinds of different characters. And in that video I've got four key questions that you should answer and you should think about. So that's something else to think about. And then when you decide which breed you want, the next step is, well, where do you get that from? And there's a number of different places. So it could obviously be a recommendation of a breeder from a friend, or from your vet or groomer or something like that. One thing to really think about is it going to be better to get a rescue dog? So there are so many rescue dogs wherever you are in the world, who are looking for good homes. They're in that situation, they're in the shelter through no fault of their own. It may be that there's been a marriage breakup, it may be that the previous owner had to move house. But the bottom line is that there's many there that are fantastic dogs. You know, they're going to come fully house trained. They're going to, you know, be loving family members if they're given the chance to have a new life and to become part of a new family. So that's definitely something to think about. But you know, some people will want to go and get a puppy straight from a breeder, and that's fine. But there are a few things that you need to think about. So you need to be kind of thinking of visiting that puppy, that breeder, numerous times. You want to see them with their mum. You want to, you know what their reputation is like. And again, I've got another video that I'll link up here, which discusses kind of how to choose the best dog for you, and how to kind of the questions that you need to ask as well. You know, having a dog in your life is amazing. I certainly grew up with dogs in the house, and it's, you know, a fantastic thing to have. They teach us so much. You know, they provide massive benefits for our health. Kind of our physical health and our mental health as well. So, you know, it is very important, but it's a relationship that lasts such a long time. We definitely need to go into it with open eyes, and we need the person who is going to be looking after that dog, we need them to be 100% committed. So never give a puppy or a dog as a surprise present, and really you need to think long and hard about the best dog that will suit the situation that they're going to be living in. So if you've got any questions or thoughts or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Leave them down in the comments below. But until next time, I'm Dr. Alex from Our Pets Health, because they're family.